Hey guys, welcome back. It's Missy, and today we're going to be talking about how to be more decisive, how to make decisions quicker. I am a Libra, so being indecisive is written in the stars for me. It can take me a few weeks to make a decision. So that's why today we're going to talk about why it can be so hard to make decisions and how to make those decisions easier for you. So there's 4 main reasons why people have such a hard time making a decision. That's 1, being a perfectionist, so worrying that you may make the wrong decision, or you want it to be perfect, you want it to have a certain outcome, you vision it to be a certain way, so you may worry that it won't turn out that way, or you worry that you will regret it or it'll be a terrible decision. Another is fear. So you fear of the outcome, you fear what could happen. And the big one people have, which is fear of failure or fear of getting it wrong. And also there's another sense of like unconfidence. So you're unconfident in your decisions. You don't believe in yourself that you'll make those right decisions. And then there's overthinking. So you may overthink yourself to the point where you talk yourself out of decisions, you come up with more decisions, you overwhelm yourself, and you just overthink every single decision that you're about to make or you do make. It could be as simple as, what do you want to wear today? You may get stressed about the weather, or you get stressed about what people are thinking what you wear. So when those small decisions stress you out, bigger decisions will also overwhelm you as well, and you'll overthink those too. And you may make a decision, you're like, okay, yeah, this is the decision I want to make. But then all of those worries and those overthinking will happen. You're like, but what if this happens? Or what if this person thinks this thing? Your mind will just come up with a whole bunch of scenarios, which then will cause you to feel more indecisive. So how do you deal with this indecisiveness? First, when you have a decision to make, identify your end goal. What is the thing that matters to you most? What do you value? What do you want to happen? What is the outcome you're looking for? Once you identify your end goal and what is it actually you're striving towards, it makes your decision a lot easier because it will take out some things that you don't want because you're aware of what you want. Maybe your end goal is to make more money. Maybe your end goal is to have a successful relationship where it winds up with marriage and kids. Or maybe your end goal is to live in a sunny place. You want to identify what will help you get you there. The next thing is to be honest. So you want to ask yourself, what's at stake when you make this decision? What do you gain from making this decision, and what do you lose? And you can think about that with every single decision you have to make. So let's say that there's a job interview and you're unsure, should you stay at your current company or should you go to your new company? You want to think, well, what do you gain with those 2 companies, and what do you lose with those 2 companies if you were to pick one or the other? Also, same thing with a relationship. What do you gain and what do you lose? And also, when you're being honest, you want to focus on the information you know, because with overthinking, like I said, you'll think of all different circumstances. Like, focus on what you know. You know that you like this certain thing. You know that this is what you want to reach. You know that you don't like this certain thing. When you focus on what you know, you feel more in control and you let go of what you don't know. Because that overthinking, you overthink things about scenarios that you don't know. So if you're worrying about what other people are thinking, that's information you don't know. And that's not important information. It's important information of what you know, what you feel. The next thing is you need to understand consequences. Something that's ingrained in our brains since the time we're young is like, consequences are bad. Like, you know, there's going to be a consequence, but consequences aren't necessarily bad. Every single decision you make, there is some sort of consequence. For instance, if you go and give someone a hug, a positive consequence is that you feel happy and you interact with them more and you build a stronger bond. That's a consequence of a hug. Or like, consequences of eating sugar is that it makes you happy and it tastes really good, but then a negative consequence is it can make you feel really tired, or it can affect your health in a negative way. So every single decision you make has some sort of consequence. So understand your consequences. What will happen if you choose this decision? And again, you want to think, what's the positive consequences and what are the negative consequences? The next thing is you want to listen to how it feels in your body when you think about these decisions. The best way to determine how you feel is to close your eyes and think about the decision you're about to make. visualize you with this certain person, or you're about to make this certain decision, or whatever it is. Feel how it feels in your body as you're visualizing it. So ask yourself, how does it feel? Does it feel like anxiousness? Does it feel like passion? Does it feel like excitement? Does it feel like joy? Or maybe it's something that doesn't feel right, or it doesn't exactly tickle your pickle. You don't really get any type of good feelings about it. Or do you even feel excited but maybe slightly nervous? Because nervousness doesn't always mean that it's the wrong decision. It just means, it's something new, there's uncertainty, but it's okay to feel a little nervous. Like, what entirely are you feeling? Let's say you're trying to make a decision about if you want to be with a certain person or not. Think about how it feels. Do you get excited and joyful? Maybe you're a little bit nervous, but it's still overall good feelings. Or do you get like a something's off and it doesn't really feel right, you're not that passionate about it feeling? That's how you know. That's you listening to your intuition and listening to the feelings in your body of what feels right and what doesn't feel right. Your intuition's always right. It's basically information that's in your subconscious that you don't have access to. It's things that you've been through before, information you have that your body's trying to tell you, hey, pay attention, something's a little off, or this feels right. Your body will always tell you what it needs. You can, whenever you're making a decision, you can always stop, pause yourself, and ask yourself, okay, how does this make me feel? Do I get good feelings, or do I get bad feelings? Do I feel off feelings? And obviously different things make you feel a different way, but we as humans, we are driven by emotion. So you want to pay attention to the emotion you feel when you are thinking about that thing. That's also how you can determine if you're passionate about it or not. So listen to your gut, listen to the feelings in your body. That's where really learning how to trust yourself comes into play. Also, aside from listening to your body, it's really important that you're aware of the thoughts that you're thinking. If you were someone where you were taught not to trust yourself, you want to be aware of those thoughts. And a lot of times people, when they have a hard time making decisions, they say a lot of, I don't know. Catch yourself when you're doing it and say like, wait, I do know. I know exactly what's right for me. I know what I want. That instills that trust. You want to instill that trust in yourself that you got it. And make sure you replace them with thoughts of being confident in yourself and knowing that you do have the answers. It's just you have this story playing that you don't know, when in reality you do know. You just need to practice that. And you need to let go of the perfectionist attitude, or let go of that fear, and be comfortable in sometimes you just don't have that information, and it's okay. You won't always make the right decision. You want to feel more empowered of just understanding you'll make a decision based on what consequence you're okay with. And once you understand that, you'll feel a lot more empowered because you're identifying the consequences and then accepting it. And the last thing then is that you want to accept your decision. So once you identify your goal, once you think about the consequences and you realize what is the best decision for you, then it's time to accept it. You have to accept that the life you have is yours to live, and you want to honor the decisions you leave behind. A lot of times people have those what if thoughts, or what if I did choose something else, that you don't want to be in that stance. You want to be in the stance where you're accepting of your decisions. So something that can really help is that you can think about two of your decisions, and you could like put them both on a boat, and you can visualize yourself waving at that boat that you decided does not suit you. So that's a way of you giving yourself that acknowledgement of, hey, I'm letting this decision go and I am okay with it. I'm confident in my decision. Also, you need to let go of that perfectionism of knowing like nothing will ever be perfect. It will never be the perfect image you had in your head. That's part of life, is just, punches come, you got to learn to roll with the punches. So you want to let go of that perfectionist or like getting it right, because there's no real such thing as like getting it right. It's making decisions and understanding the consequences. So what do you guys think? Leave it all in the comments below. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And share with someone you think may need it. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye, guys. You guys like my girl? This actually goes in my hallway, but I was so done with this blank wall. I need a little bit of pizzazz. She always reminds me to be happy. I was so lazy with my hair today. I was just like, girl, this is your hair, take it or leave it. It's a mood. I call this shirt my cha-cha shirt because it goes like cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha.